So Cristie Kerr, 5 under 67, good round today. Talk a little bit about it.
I played really well today. I mean, anytime you're shooting in the 60s and lower, you have to be doing a lot of stuff right. And my first birdie, I think, came at the 6th hole, actually with a bit of bad luck, if that's kind of ironic, because I hit a perfect tee shot and I had so much mud on it that I felt like I had to lay up. Like if there was no mud on it, I could have gotten to the green in 2. But I ended up just hitting a 7-iron to lay up, and there was so much, I aimed like right side of the fairway, so much mud on it, and ended up going in the bunker, and then I stiffed it out of the bunker from like 80 yards, which is probably one of the tougher shots in golf. So that kind of got my round started, and great birdie on 8, hit a great iron into the green, and great putt on 9, and then just kind of kept the momentum going from there. I almost made a long putt on 10 for birdie. I don't know how it didn't go in, but left probably 3 or 4 putts short right in the middle of the cup, so it could have even been lower. But like I said, anytime you're shooting in the 60s, you're doing a lot right, and this is the only first day of the tournament. So,
all right, I've got one, and then I'll open it up. You're ranked number 5 in the world right now. You've been around the top of the rankings for quite a while now. With Lorena's retirement, do you feel like that's opened a door for you to move up?
Well, absolutely. I mean, we're sad to see that she's gone. I mean, she was such a great personality and a great player for this tour, and very visible. She probably single-handedly brought 3 or 4 events to Mexico for this tour. So, we're sad to see her go. But definitely, I mean, when somebody exits, there's always more room at the top. But there are still a lot of great players: Jie Shin, Suzanne Petterson, Yanni Sang. There's a lot of great players ahead of me right now, and it's going to take a couple wins to vault me up there, and I think that I'm ready for that challenge, and that's why we play golf.
Great, thank you. Questions?
Losing Annika a couple years ago, turnover at commissioner, that things are in a state of, if not chaos, at least flux. How do you view the strength and the state of the tour as you sit here after you're 67?
Well, I think we're definitely on the upswing. With the new commissioner, Michael Wan. I mean, if you haven't met him, go meet him, because he's the kind of guy that will get in the trenches and caddy for somebody just to see what it's like and see how it is to be a caddy. He'll go and sit with anybody and talk about any business matter. He's a great guy for business development, very personable. Sometimes he self-admittedly talks a little too fast, but I think he's great for our tour. And since he's come on, HSBC has not only renewed their tournament in Singapore, from my understanding, but they've added this tournament in Brazil. So, and a lot of other conversations are going on. So I think that's hugely positive for us. And I think we just have to recognize that those kind of golfers are just not going to be around forever. Whether, they're having a baby and they don't want to play anymore, or they're just ready to step away from the game. And I think that it's the tour's job and responsibility to kind of showcase the personalities and the stars of the tour, so that people don't feel like when some of those players leave, oh my God, what are we going to do? I've been on tour for 14 years now. I finished 2nd on the money list last year, and I have a real shot to become number 1. It's going to take a lot of hard work, and it's not going to be easy. And it's certainly not just because Lorena Ochoa left, not a given. So I have to work really hard and kind of keep up my end of the bargain.
This was your first competitive round since the last round at Nabisco.
We played the Mojo tournament.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's just the hardest part about getting back into the rhythm?
I think that's a very good question, actually. I think that when you're off for 3 weeks, you don't face the stresses of competition and the daily schedule that you have to go through, and how you're going to feel on that first tee, and how things are going to go. Because when you're playing well week to week, there's a level of consistency, and you kind of know how it's going. And having a couple weeks off, you're a little bit more unsure. But this is a great golf course for me to start back on. I've always played well here, and I love the changes that they've made to the course, especially the greens.
I think you have 3 top 10s in 4 starts. How would you rate the start of your season and how you've been playing from the jump?
I've been playing great. Disappointing finish for me in Singapore. I feel like I had a chance to win there, but I've been playing great. My short game and putting and everything is feels like it's continuing to get better. My mental game's continuing to get better. I'm back with my caddy that I won the U.S. Open with. I'm very happy to have him back in the bag. I think we're a very formidable team together. I'm looking forward to getting back into contention and hopefully getting a win early this season.
Anything else? Thank you.